go ahead and get comfortable. You can lay down on your back. You can lay down on your side. You can lay down on your front. You can sit up. You can stand. You can be in literally any position that is the most comfortable for you. Go ahead and take some time now. Take some time now to get comfortable, whatever that means to you. If that means laying down or sitting up, if you choose to sit up, which is great. You know, if you don't feel safe laying down, sitting up or standing are good options. Just make sure that if you're sitting that you are supported. So you're in a nice supportive chair, or you're sitting on some kind of pillow or something. Go ahead, if you want to cover up with a blanket, you can cover up with a blanket. Some people like to take scarves or some kind of like eye pillows or something to put over the eyes. Take your time here. If you want socks or sweaters, one of the greatest things that Nidra has taught me is to really take my time in getting all snuggled and warm in my Nidra nest. It's one of my favorite things now. How many soft things and pillowy things can I have around me to be as comfortable as possible? Okay. Of course, if you need to take any more time to get any more comfortable, feel free to do so. Feel free to do so. And then you just start to settle in. You just start to settle in. You know, there is this sort of stillness that starts to happen. This stillness that many people find themselves in, this wonderful, restful, quiet stillness. That's a great thing to allow yourself to surrender into. However, if you ever get a nudge, a message from your body to move, feel free to listen to that nudge. We're not here to disregard the body or to give it any kind of messaging that we're not going to listen to it. So if you get a nudge to move, just do it. Just do it. And then settle into a stillness in whatever new positioning you're in. Giving yourself permission to rest and to not do anything at all. I will have you focus on your breathing here for a moment, just to help this process of settling in. Just to help the process of settling in. Notice your inhales and your exhales. And then start to change your breathing pattern into abdominal breathing. Now, if you've never done abdominal breathing, you've probably heard of it before, at least. This is the path of the breath is inhaled into the hips and the abdomen, and then exhaled out completely. So you can think of your torso as a glass. And if you pour water into a glass, it doesn't fill from the top down to the bottom. It fills from the bottom up to the top. So each time you inhale, think of filling your glass, your torso, with that air, filling from the bottom of the torso. I aim for the hips and the abdomen, filling all the way up from the bottom up. And then when you exhale, just give yourself the time to exhale out all the air. If you want or need a couple of rounds where you even exhale through your mouth, you sure can do that, but only if that feels right for you right now. So just a couple of rounds, a couple more rounds of this abdominal breathing. Continue to think of filling from the hips all the way up, like a glass would be filled with water. And then when you exhale, you just take the time to exhale out all the air. We oftentimes manipulate the breath, making it shorter than it actually wants to be. So this is an opportunity to allow the breath to lengthen, to get that wonderful, healthy oxygen into the body. And of course, with each exhale, settling in even more. One more time. Once you finish that final round of deep abdominal breathing, just let it release, going back to your natural inhales and exhales. Again, settling in. Give yourself permission to rest and to rest deeply. Giving yourself permission now to not do anything at all. To not do anything at all. And in that not doing anything, open to observe what comes and to be curious and to use your imagination. You might hear every single word that I say. You might not. Either way, it's fine. You might fall asleep throughout this practice, or you might stay awake. Either way, it's perfectly fine. You're doing it correctly. There's no way to do it wrong because there's nothing to do at all. Just letting yourself settle into this rest. You might have noticed your body shift into a different state of being. Notice your body resting where it is right here and right now. Notice what parts of the body are connecting to the surface beneath. And then just being curious about what might happen if you allow the body to soften into that surface beneath a little bit more completely. And now that experience is different for everybody. Remember, there's no one way to experience this. So you hold this intention of softening into the surface beneath, and then you don't expect anything to happen, but you observe if anything does or doesn't. This sense of settling in for this rest may feel like this unwinding happening through the body. What might it feel like to allow the body to unwind as well as soften? Giving the body full permission to rest and to settle in and to not do anything at all. And then there's an awareness of the sounds. Not because the sounds need to change or you need to do anything about the sounds, simply open to observing the sounds happening around you. So open to observing any sounds happening outside of the room you're in. And whether there are sounds there or are not, doesn't matter. Just staying open to observing any sounds happening outside of the room you're in. And then there's an awareness or an observation of sounds happening within the room you're in. Sounds may come and go and shift and change throughout the practice. And those sounds don't take you away from your rest. Just observe the sounds happening in the space you're in, resting even deeper, in fact. And then again, there's an awareness of your breathing. Become aware of your natural inhales and exhales. There isn't anything that needs to be done about the breath or changed. Each breath is simply an opportunity to settle in even more completely. With each exhale, you may experience even more of that unwinding or even more of that softening. Or with each breath, you may simply notice yourself resting even deeper. And now it may feel like there will be an end to how rested you can become, how restful you can become. But it's just simply not true. This well of rest is never ending. There's no bottom to it. So if you simply are open to resting even more completely, it will happen. It'll happen naturally and effortlessly on its own. Each exhale is an invitation to rest even deeper. In this place of deep rest, we can acknowledge the intention of this practice today. And of course, there is this practice to rest and to rest completely and deeply. There's also the intention to step away from needing to do it right and just asking yourself, what if throughout this practice I did nothing at all? What if I just rested? What if I didn't try? Because this rest will happen naturally and effortlessly on its own. What if I trusted that it will happen naturally and effortlessly on its own? The next stage of this practice, you will bring your awareness around to different parts of the body. I'll say a part of the body and you bring your awareness there. Don't have to make that part of the body feel any certain way. You simply become aware of it or not in your own way. So starting with the right hand thumb, the awareness comes to the right hand thumb, just pausing here for a moment to observe how you are aware of it, remembering there's no wrong way. There may be a physical sensation there. You may visualize it or imagine your right hand thumb. Perhaps you just repeat the words in your mind, right hand thumb, right hand thumb, right hand thumb. Maybe you're not aware of the right hand thumb at all, and that's okay too. And then just effortlessly, you just allow awareness to move into your right index finger, and then the middle finger, ring finger, and little finger, the palm of the right hand, and back of the hand, right wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, underarm, right chest, waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, ankle, the sole of the right foot, and top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth, and fifth. Aware of the entire right side of the body. Just to be curious about what it might be like to be aware of just the right side of the body. And this awareness effortlessly drifts over into the left hand thumb and the left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the left hand, and back of the hand, left wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, underarm, left chest, waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, ankle, sole of the left foot, and top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. Aware of the entire left side of the body. Curious as to what it might be like to be aware of just the left side of the body. And this restful awareness in both heels, the right heel and the left, and the calves, backs of the knees, backs of the thighs, glutes, low back, middle back, upper back, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, temples, eyebrows, eyelids, nose, cheeks, jaw, chin, front of the neck, collarbones, chest, upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, pelvis, front of the thighs, kneecaps, shin bones, tops of the feet, all 10 toes, and aware of the entire body. To be aware of the entire body. Aware of the entire body, resting deeply. And what if the body could rest even deeper right now? What if the body could do even less? And the awareness can drift to the natural breath, the natural inhales and exhales, this cycle of air going in and air going out. And just content now to be with the breath exactly as it is, not expecting anything. And to be with the breath by counting it down from 54. So there will be an inhale, 54, exhale, 54, and inhale, 53, exhale, 53, inhale, 52, and an exhale, 52, and so on and so forth. There's nothing to do, so there's no number you have to reach. If the number is ever lost or forgotten, just start at 54 again. Each count down, resting deeper and deeper. Counting down the breath. Counting down the breath. Then allowing that count to be released, no matter the number. And in this deep, restful place, the doors of the imagination can open. Imagining what it might be like to experience the heaviness of relaxation. Open to the experience. This heaviness of relaxation. Imagining what it might be like to embody the stillness of quiet. A soft heart. An expanded heart. The lightness of a smile. Rest. Doing nothing at all. Imagining what it might be like to do nothing at all. Experiencing doing nothing at all. And then to recall the intentions for this practice. The first intention, of course, to rest. The intentions of giving yourself permission to do nothing at all and to not try. Giving yourself permission to not expect anything at all. Knowing that this experience was the experience. It does not need any kind of judgments one way or the other because it was what it was. And the process to close this practice of Yoga Nidra is slow and gradual. The first step is to simply become aware of the breaths. Notice the inhales and the exhales. Notice the body breathing, notice the inhales and the exhales, and it may feel right to allow the body to remain breathing at that natural pace, or it may feel right to deepen or lengthen the inhales and exhales, taking some deeper breaths. But you choose what feels right for right now. This awareness of breath starts to bring you up toward the surface, toward the state of wakefulness. The second step is to, again, hear the sounds happening around you. Hear the sounds happening around you, within your space, outside of the space you're in. Perhaps this time, very slowly and gently, maybe naming the sounds. Each sound brings you a little bit closer to the surface. And then you become aware of the body. Be aware of your body. Be aware of your body resting right here and right now on this day, on this surface, in this room. It may feel right to remain still, or it may feel right to start to move your toes or your fingers, or to rock the head side to side, or even to start stretching long through the body, or any kind of moves that the body loves to make after a rest. You can move or remain still. It's completely up to you. If it feels right for you to stay in this restful place for a while longer, you can remain where you are. Or if it's time to end this practice, feel free to rub your hands together and place them over your eyes, or to reach across your body and rub your hands up and down your upper arms, or to rub your belly. Just starting to finish this process, complete this process of coming back all the way. It may feel right to just hang out here with your eyes closed a little bit longer, or you can begin to blink your eyes open. This practice is now complete. You can stay here a little while longer with your eyes closed, or you can blink your eyes open at this point. The practice is now complete. This practice is now complete. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.